Happy New Year, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Mary's Makes and Mends. Of course, many of us choose to reflect on the past year as we enter into a new one, and I've been looking back on my handmade clothing and reflecting on what worked well and what I could do better in 2023. I usually spend a lot of time sewing in the winter when I'm off work for the season, but this summer was also pretty slow for forest fires, so I had a lot of time year-round to focus on sewing and improving my craft. I ended up with quite a bit of handmade clothing, which I'm really excited to share with you today. Some of these you might recognize from other videos if you've been following along with me, and I'll be sure to link any videos I've made or patterns used in the description box below. Most of the material I use is thrifted or gifted, but I'll let you know throughout the video if any has been purchased new and where you can get it for yourself. So let's jump into the video. I'll be starting out with the dresses I've made this year. This first one is made with a cotton material from an ancient box of fabric that my mom gave me. She gave it to me when I started taking sewing really seriously during the pandemic, and ever since I saw it, I wanted to make a little dress like this with it. I had just enough fabric to make this dress with the smallest scrap left behind to make a matching scrunchie to go with it. This pattern is the Rosa dress from Rosery Apparel. Janelle makes really cute sewing videos and easy to follow tutorials, and I love this little dress. And I added one of my Sewing is the Effing Best labels from Kylie and the Machine. All of the labels on my clothing currently are from Kylie's collection. My mom gets us her advent calendar every year, so I have quite the stash going. This next one is a dress that I drafted myself. It's what I call a zero waste dress because I designed it based on the fabric I had and used almost every last scrap of it. I used as much of the scraps as I could to make a waist tie and a matching scrunchie. The material was thrifted and had already been cut into, but if it had been a completely straight edge piece of material, I think I could have used it all without any left over. I made a tutorial for this dress, which I'll link below. This rainbow linen dress is one of my favorite makes from the year. Oh, and it has pockets. I made it specifically with the plan to wear it down by the canals in Amsterdam when we were there this fall. I had my eye on this rainbow checkered linen from Blackbird Fabrics for a long time and finally treated myself to a few meters of it. This pattern that I used is the Orchard dress from Helen's Closet, which is a free pattern. I also have a sewing vlog posted about this one. I made this emerald green velvet dress for Christmas this year. I lengthened a t-shirt pattern and added an elastic to the waist. I love the labels I used for this one, party dress and finished just in time, because I literally finished this dress the day before we left to go to my parents' house for Christmas. The material was gifted to me from one of my mom's friends. I don't have a video of me making this dress, but I do have a video of me making an outfit for my cat from the scraps. These next three outfits are all made from the Jarrah sweater pattern from Nielsen Patterns. This burnt orange funnel neck is my favorite. If I could wear it every day, I would. It's just so comfy and I love the color. I picked this material up from my local fabric shop when they were having a moving sale. This gray and white striped long sleeve is another option for the Jarrah pattern. I love when patterns give lots of different options so I can make other unique pieces. I added a Wear the Out of Me label, and I have definitely done that. I made this out of thrifted material, and I still have tons left over, so I'll have to think of some other cute outfits to make with it. For this t-shirt, I just omitted the sleeves from the Jarrah pattern. Since the shoulders are so long, it worked out really well. It's a nice casual little t-shirt. I made this one out of thrifted material as well. So these overalls aren't quite finished yet, but they're pretty close. I'm just not a fan of the two bottom front pockets. I'm thinking of making something a little bigger. And I still have to add the hem to the bottom of the pants. These button plackets weren't part of the original pattern. I added them myself, and I love how they turned out. This pattern is the Yanta overalls from Helen's Closet, and I thrifted the corduroy. This cozy fleece makes me feel like I'm wearing a blanket all day long, and the pockets are great for storing things, like cool rocks. This was thrifted fleece, and I started out using the Hovea jacket pattern from Nielsen patterns, but I kinda just Frankensteined it together and made a lot of it up as I went. It goes to show that patterns are great starting points, but you can also let your own creativity take over. And this is actually a hat that I made for my husband Eric. I actually am wearing a blanket for this next one. This is also made from the Hovea jacket pattern. I made this reversible coat out of an old blanket, and it was also my very first YouTube video. Two things I changed from the original pattern was this self-drafted hood, and I also added buttons rather than using a tie strap. My husband and I spend a lot of time outdoors in the winter, and these additions help keep me warm when we're out skating and things like that. One thing that I'm definitely going to fix this year is the binding. I did a pretty sloppy job with it, as you can see, and I'd like to take it out and hand sew it instead of doing it on the machine. Oh, and I was super excited to find a coupon in the pocket when I was trying it on here. I made this sports bra using the Vernazza two-piece swimsuit pattern from Friday Pattern Company. I've made one of these swimsuits before and loved the fit, but it originally comes with a tie front, so I omitted that to make this sports bra. I pair it with these Avery leggings from Helen's Closet Patterns. I wanted some leggings with pockets for my phone so I don't have to put it on the floor when I'm at the gym. I had just enough of this fabric left over to make this matching running set. I definitely think this outfit adds some speed boosts to my runs. The shorts are a shortened version of the Avery leggings, and the tank top is the Blomma Tank from Paradise Patterns, which is a free pattern. I made 6 total of these tank tops this year. I pretty much live in tank tops in the summer, and this pattern is so easy, and I think it's such a cute fit. Here's another workout top I made. I have to say though, I wasn't a fan of this gray material. It was really difficult to work with and just not the greatest quality. I'm just not super happy with how it turned out. I wear a water belt when I go out on long runs, and it's kind of inevitable that it rubs on whatever I'm wearing and creates pilling, but I was disappointed in how quickly this shirt wore out here. Oh well though, not everything we make will turn out the way we want, and we just have to learn from our mistakes. This lilac purple tank is my favorite of the tank tops I made this year. Lilac is one of my favorite colors, and I just love the fit and feel of this tank top. I also really love the label I used for this one, Dream It, Make It. This one came in last year's Kylie and the Machine advent calendar. It's just so cute and matched this fabric so well. This fabric and the fabric from the pink tank top coming up next are from a massive load of fabric that my cousin Frank and his wife Paulette gave to me. And I know that Frank watches my videos, so if you're watching this, thank you Frank and Paulette. This fun fabric was a gift from my mom. She gave it to me with the intention that I would make a tank or a t-shirt with it. One thing I have to fix on this is the bottom hem. The stitching came out a little bit right here, but other than that I really love how this one turned out. And here's the last of the Blomma tanks paired with one of my bucket hats. I've made quite a few bucket hats this year for friends and family, but these are 2 that I kept for myself. The first one is one of my Scrappy bucket hats, which I made a video tutorial on, and the second one I call a bikini bottom bucket hat, because the fabric reminds me of the flowers in the sky in SpongeBob. Another one of my favorite makes this year is this March top from Helen's Closet Patterns. I made this with a floral linen that my mom gave me. Well, I kind of forced her to give it to me. I saw it in her sewing room and was instantly obsessed with it, and she graciously let me have it. I'm super proud of this one, as you can see from the label. It's just a really unique top. I can easily pair it with jeans, and I was also thinking of making a long black skirt that I could pair it with as well. With the leftover material, I made this cute little crop top from a tutorial from the Essentials Club YouTube channel. The front and back of the top are the same, so I picked the side I thought was the best for the front and added a "This is the back" label to the back side. I really love it. So the last piece of clothing I'm going to share with you is my Hobbit costume I made to meet the Hobbits at Fan Expo this year. I've made a lot of these capes over the years. My husband and I actually had a Lord of the Rings themed wedding, so I made these capes for the entire wedding party. The pants, vest, and shirt were all pieces that I thrift flipped for the costume. And the Hobbit feet were made from an old pair of Crocs, felt, and fake fur. You'll notice that they're covered in leaves from when I wore them in the forest near our apartment to take some photos. I'm definitely glad that none of our neighbors saw me. I've shared a complete tutorial on my channel for this outfit, so be sure to check it out. So there you have it. That's all of the clothes that I made for myself in 2022. I also made some clothes for my husband Eric. I might make a video down the road showcasing some of those. And of course, little Fernie always gets some cute little bandanas and collars to wear. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you'll stay with me through 2023. I'd love to hear about some of the favorite things you made or did this year if you want to leave me a comment down below. And as always, if you like this video, I'd really appreciate it if you gave it a thumbs up and subscribe to see more videos all about sustainable sewing and DIYs. Bye for now, wishing you all the best in the new year.